Okay, hello everyone. This is Sharonda, and this is my podcast and YouTube channel all in one, Spiritual Sense. Today is Tuesday. I'm going to start with the astrological elemental reading with the air signs Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. Okay, so before I proceed, I want to say that this podcast and YouTube channel is for entertainment, informational, and sometimes educational purposes. It just depends on which podcast or what episode you may listen to. So I consider myself to be a gypsy, nomad, psychic, light, intuitive, spiritualist, magic mind medium. Um, so that being said, what is the air sign? Well, I just so happen to be an air sign, Gemini being um, my sign. Now, the Gemini is a representation of the twins, according to astrology. It's a representation of the twins. The significance of the Gemini is uh, the date ranges from May 21st to June 21st. So we're going to go into what the characteristics as listed as defined by my guide regarding the Gemini. They are energetic, playful, wise, restless, two-faced, judgmental, rules the third house of communication. That's what it has here. Let me proceed to put this up here. Maybe you'll be able to view. Let's see. Let's do it this way. Okay. So the next sign is Libra. So Libra represents balance. The date range is September the 23rd through October the 23rd. So we are in the time frame of the Libra at this time because this is September the 24th. So it began on yesterday. So some of the significance of Libra I have listed here: charming, fair, sincere, restless, objective, and decisive. Rules the seventh house of partnership. So some of these, and is a representation of the scales. So you may be receptive to some of this energy. If you're born within this time, you may be very susceptible to this energy. Um, Now, the next card I have is Aquarius. Now, both of my children are Aquarius. It is the water bearer between January 20th and February the 18th. So, what is the significance of Aquarius? Well, they are sociable, inventive, intelligent, eccentric, flighty, detached, rules the 11th house of friends. That's what it mentions here. Alrighty. So let me bring this down some so you're able to see. Let's turn this around a little bit. Let's turn this around just a little tab, little bit. So some people may be wondering, well, why are you doing this? Because I choose to. I actually like doing tarot cards. I think tarot cards are no different than any other pastime that you may choose to do. All right. All right. So you can go on my Patreon, which is patreon.com/spiritual sense. And I'm thinking that I may change the whole um, trajectory of my platform, and not entirely like spiritual sense, but thought about Black Girl Wiccan or Black Girl Wicca, Wiccan, whichever one. I just have to think about it. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Okay, again, it is for entertainment purposes. It is for entertainment purposes. Give me just a moment. All right, so what is the significance of the air sign for this week? All right, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to pull out my cards. Bear with me just a moment. So let me say my prayer. Father, supreme being of all being, thank you for waking me, family, and friends alike up this morning to see another day. Continue to bless us and shield us from any injury, harm, or danger. No weapon formed against us shall prosper, as it is said, it is so. I could declare and I decree. Give me infinite wisdom, knowledge, capability, and understanding. As I do my reading, I don't know what the reading is on. I do know it's on the air signs, the air signs. All right, so let's proceed. So a lot of this information may not be applicable to you. As they mentioned, take it how it resonates, I would say. All right, because it may be a Gemini male versus a Gemini female, or Libra woman versus a man, or Aquarius, either way. All right. Okay, so what does the cosmic insight mentions for today? Well, we're going to pull out um sexuality card comes up. Sexuality card comes up. You may be wondering about something, contemplating about something, wondering if someone is surveillancing you, watching you, overseeing you. I'm going to tell you that based on the cards, they are. This is what it looks like. Um, I'm not going to say that it's sexuality in regards to, well, we have a Gemini here. So, and me being a Gemini. So, sexuality, I think this is someone who um, is consumed with you. They're spying on you. It says someone got their eye on you. Uh, you are doing your research. So I honestly feel as though I don't know if this is applicable to someone who may be was in a relationship where the person didn't come forthright and let you know that they had someone else. And something lets me know that whoever that partner is surveillancing you, is what it lets me know. I think they are driven by sex. This is what the cards indicate. It's driven by sex. You have to be very careful when you um, get into sexual relationships, because some people, um, they're very sensual. They're very sexual. They're ruled by their sexuality, if that makes sense to you. And so what that means is they view sex, like you may view sex as just okay, sex. Some people, they get their emotions involved, feelings involved, and they get so captivated in it to where it can be overbearing, right? Like it could run them mad. So I want to say that this is the representation of whomever you had a sexual relationship with their partner. Now take it how it resonates. It may not be applied to you, may apply to somebody, right? Okay. Now let's look at what the love cards indicate here. You have to be very careful. That's the only way I can tell you. You have to be very careful in situations such as this. Um, because it can lead to things that is unfavorable, if that makes sense. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to forefront this whole um, tarot theme, because what I do is I present a theme based on things that presented to me that I may see somebody may be walking down that same path, right? And you know, something lets me know there's some stalking tendencies here. That's what it lets me know. Now let me go ahead and I'm gonna pull out one, two, and three. You got to be very careful because as I mentioned about media spirits. What are media spirits? Well, media spirits are monitoring spirits. They watch. Like I'm a watcher, but I'm able to know because of life themes and things that presents that okay, it looks like potentially this person may be walking down that same path as da 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 from time ago, right? So you'll begin to see how the angel of death, or quote, the devil, works and operates. If that makes sense to anybody. Is somebody paying attention? I have self indulgence. So something lets me know that um, whomever you was in a situation with, that this person is into themselves. Perhaps you and whoever he is in a relationship or she is in a relationship with cannot see that. Like they can, the only thing they can see is that you are with my partner. They don't see apart from what the partner are doing, right? So this is a common theme that you would normally see in three-way situation, particularly when it's ruled by sexuality. I'm going to say that the Jezebel Lilith spirit overrules this situation, is what it lets me know. Like Jezebel is a real, she's a, I refer to it as a she, and please don't take offense because I associate a gender to the spirit. But I'm going to say that the Jezebel spirit is a real spirit. I have seen it in men and women, I have seen it in children. It's a controlling spirit, and oftentimes sexuality or sex is the vehicle or the vessel of expression, if that makes sense to anybody. It's the angel of death in a um, covert form. Live a sex demon. So something lets me know it's a sex demon that overrules this situation. And what does that mean? It's the angel of death in a charismatic way. Believe what I tell you. The next card I have here is X. I'm going to tell you that I'm going to say that you need to pray for wisdom to come to you and to remove that sexual energy away, right? Because you have to be careful for what you ask for. If you are somebody that may not feel fulfilled and may not feel that life brings much pleasure to you, but then there's things that you can do to get over that vice or that demon called sexuality. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not demonizing sex at all. Sex is a good thing provided that it's amongst two consenting adults who are in agreement, who love each other and care about each other, right? But when it's taken, when you bring others in, you got to be prepared of whatever demonic energy or negative energy that comes in. If that makes sense in the body, I'm gonna actually pull a demon card, even though I'm doing a astrological elemental reading, because this is something that needs to be put out, right? So I think it's something you've been wanting to know. That's why we have the yes card here. Yes, that is so. The next one I have, I think there's some talks around, is what it lets me know. Like there is some talks around or whatever. So you need to be very, very careful. And I'm not saying this to try to be funny or anything of that nature. Um, so before I go into all of that, I'm going to pull out two of my dark cards. I'm going to pull out, gosh, let's see. I'm going to pull out a demonic card. I'm going to pull out a dark energy card. All right. That's the dark energy or negative energy. And then I'm going to pull out a demon card. So, I want my readings to be conscientious, right? Like we want to be positive, but we also want to be realistic as well. That's what we want to do. And when we do our reading, so if it calls for me to pull out a certain card, well then I'm going to do that. I'm focused on this right here. We're gonna tell them what this negative energy is, and then I'm going to sum up a prayer that you can say to release that negative energy. I'm not going to do a past life or what have you, because we've already detected what energy space that is. All right, so let's pull this out. I have the Chariot card here. I think Chariot in this situation is two-faced. I think I get a lot of two-faced energy here, right? Because that's one of the significance of Gemini. Is two-faced. So something lets me know that this person is on and off. Like it could be turned on and off, on and off, on and off. In other words, you cannot trust that energy space. So I believe that there's a Jezebel spirit that's over this situation that sets them, and Lilith is over this situation as well. You have to be very, very careful when someone is overruled by a demonic force. It's not good because they'll begin to take on impressions and these energies, such as a spying energy, right? Like if someone needs to spy, right? There's no need for someone to spy on a situation. You get away from that situation. So if you feel the need to spy, what more evidence do you need? If the writing is on the wall, that is your confirmation. Believe what God puts within you, right? All right. I have Beelzebub, the moon. I think something is going to reveal. You may have wondered about something. You may have even wondered about this person's sexuality, right? You may have asked a question, you wondered about it. Well, it's going to give you the confirmation here. Yes. Yes. So you would know what that is that you wondered about. I wouldn't know that. I'm just laying the cards as it may, but I do feel as though that there is a Jezebel spirit. We have Beelzebub, and Lilith, the sex demon, is over this situation. So what is Lilith? Lilith, I did a visual presentation as well as a audio podcast episode speaking about sex demons, incubus, succubus, and Lilith. Well, according to the information I read online, Lilith was the so-called first wife prior to Eve, as written in the Bible. Um, so I honestly feel as though Lilith was a sex demon, which was something that visited Adam prior to Eve and Adam made them together. So I believe this is a set spirit, a Jezebel spirit, one and the same. You will see that same energy in everyday walks of life. And I feel as though this is what's going on in your situation right now. So when I get chariot, it shows like black and white. So that lets me know two-sided contrast, on and off, on and off, on and off. Is what I gather or what have you. Okay? You have to be very careful with that type of energy space that's very unsure, uncertain, because what they begin to do is they go in and out of altars and modes, and they ain't on nobody's side. And this type of energy will get you killed. Plain and simple. It's just that simple. It's the angel of death in charismatic form. Oftentimes you may see them are well dressed, handsome, beautiful, nicely built, very eloquent in their speech and talk, very smooth and suave. This is the angel of death in human form, right? All right, so it says the moon, things are going to reveal. I honestly believe whoever this reading is for, you ask for a sign. You could very well be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or what have you. Two-faced it. This person is a liar. Aquarius. You cannot trust this person, right? It says makes manifest the apparition of demons, sets demons upon men to destroy them with vices. So this is the Jezebel spirit, and I think this is very much shrouded. You know, you if you are so encased with a demonic spirit, it can shroud your thinking and thought process to where you can't see what is right there before you, right? Like you could actually be standing in the middle of the desert and you're wondering, is it hot outside? If that makes sense to anybody. Or you could be standing in the middle of hell and you wondering, is that fire? It is fire. You know it's fire. The, the writing is right there on the wall. And when you are encased with a demonic spirit, oftentimes it will shroud your thinking and thought process and reasoning, right? Because it's God's way of letting you know something is not right. Something is not right with the situation. Now take it as a resonate, okay? So I am going to go ahead. In this situation, I'm going to go ahead and pull out one of my uh, cards that I like to use for cosmetic reading. Yeah, I think it's very important to speak on things such as this because um, some people need to hear things, the truth of the matter. They need to hear the truth. As they would say, the truth will set you free. So it said, give peace a chance. I am leaving you with a gift, peace of mind and heart. And the peace I give is a gift the world cannot give. John 14:27. So something lets me know that you're not at peace. That's why you are feel the need to spy. You are not at peace, right? So if God has already put these things before you, don't overthink the situation. Believe it as it is. Don't overthink the situation, right? The next card I have here, it mentions Voyager's Journey, Past Life Healing. So because it pulled, I was going to do Past Life. I think this is something that is going on with you, perhaps in your past. Even though you are in a situation where it may not be favorable, something prompted you to go down this journey. So could this very well be your own sexuality concerns or what have you? that you're dealing with. I hate to keep bringing up sex, but it's very important. It's very important. And I pulled the card, so let's look and see what's going on in the past. Because oftentimes you'll find that certain behaviors are exhibited by some things that have manifested in one's past. Some unhealthy energy, if that makes sense. So I have wisdom. So I honestly feel as though you may have prayed for a sign, and this is your sign. The writing is on the wall. Don't overthink the situation, right? Don't overthink the situation. Health. Could have been very well been something relating to your health in regards to sex. Like something happened with you regarding your health ruled by sex, right? So believe it for what it is. Believe it for what it is. This is what it shows me. This is what the cards show. I don't know who this reading is for, but it's for, it could be for anybody, right? I'm just so happy to be focused on the air side because, like I mentioned, um, we all can take on the characteristics or the personality traits of these signs, but I think it's more susceptible at certain times with these particular people born within those times, if that makes sense to anybody. So right now we are in let's see, let's go back to my zodiac. Now we are within what? Balance or the scales. September the 23rd through October the 23rd. So we are in the time frame of Libra, right? So could a lot of this energy be a message to a Libra woman, like what's above or what's overruling your situation is Gemini, which is two-faced or like you may just put it this way, because this is another way of looking at it, right? So this could be to a Libra woman. What's above you is that Gemini energy, right? By way of this here, the chariot, on and off, on and off. Below could be that Aquarius energy, which I say the Aquarius, let's see, sociable, inventive, intelligent, eccentric, flighty, detached, rules the 11th house of friends. So, because I have yes here, could this be yes to, your friends wanted you to see things for what it is, right? Like wisdom came to you by way of your friend's prayer. You may not even prayed for yourself because you may be still overruled by this Beelzebub spirit. So could that be a situation where your friends prayed for you, whoever this Libra woman is, for it to be revealed? Right? All right, so let's get a little bit about your thoughts, Faith and Malik, in this reading. And I'm gonna bring this to a close because we're at 30 minutes. I did say I wanted to speak on a spiritual subject. I think I'm gonna do angels, demons, and spirit guides. Thoughts, faith, and belief. All righty. The sun, I pulled that yesterday for one of my readings. I think clarity. Illumination is what it lets me know. This is something you already know, right? Like this is something you already know. I do believe revelation, something you may not have fathomed, came out of this situation, but ultimately, this is something you already know. Because we have a sun card. Let's pull up the sun. It says happiness, positivity, success, vitality, and clarity. I think the key word here is clarity, right? Like clarity is clarification of something you already know. So there's no need to spy on something you already know is already presented itself. This is the cycle of life, right? Okay, let's go ahead. Let's pull up my cheat sheet. Material happiness, a joyous outcome, success. So something lets me know that you're consumed with material things. Number one, you need to let that go because when you are bound by the dollar bill, and don't get me wrong, we all need money in order to survive. That's the way the system is set up. You can't live nowhere for free. I understand that, but certain behaviors are perpetuated by when you are consumed by what you can see versus what you know. Well, you already know this. You already know that this person plays on your intelligence and this person is not going to be there for you. So what more do you need? Right? There's no need to spy on something that you already know is already sitting there before you. That's what it lets me know. God will let you know about certain energies and spaces that presents in this life experience, and it's going to let you know the heart. That's what it's going to let you know, right? That's essentially what it is. Like some people are so consumed with, I guess, the television. Like when you begin to fantasize and live into an altered virtual reality, oftentimes things that make sense doesn't. So that's basically what that is. And I'm not saying this to be mean or nasty to anybody, right? You have to call some things for what it is, and that's just the bottom line. Take it how it resonates. All right, so I am going to conclude this episode of the air signs. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, or if you're wanting a reading, you're more than welcome to shoot me a comment, put a comment down below, and then we can arrange the reading. We can probably do the reading via Zoom, or what have you, but you'll be very surprised as to how these cards tarot is, I promise you. It could be it's something to take note of, I can say that. All right, until then, have a safe and wonderful day. Good day.